certain people can't even be around you because your energy is so strong. Vibrate so high that anybody that's wishing to do evil upon you, it shall be revealed. Vibrate so high that any evil entity feels uncomfortable in your presence. Vibrate.
Salute, man. Welcome back, man. We back at it, man. It's your boy Cross, man. From Krossyourheart, the Krossyourheart channel, man. I appreciate everybody's support, man. The numbers are going up. We're doing well. People are liking the content. They're giving me comments in it. And y'all make sure y'all follow me on TikTok, Instagram, all the major platforms. I truly appreciate it. But what we're going to do is right now, not too long. I don't want to stay on here long, but I just thought I want to get on here. Again, a big major controversy still going on with this whole Epstein thing, which is out of control, right? So one of the things is the whole thing that's been coming out lately too is Chris Tucker. Now remember Chris Tucker, remember Cat Williams said something. This is not the same Chris Tucker from Friday. This is Chris Tucker from allegedly Epstein Island. So that's crazy in itself, saying it's, you know what I'm saying? It hit different when he said Epstein Island. Now, what got me was Chris Tucker was on this panel, right? So as he on this panel, what ended up happening was he ended up basically somebody asked him a question on the panel. It was a bunch of people on the panel, and what really bothered me was the person that asked him the question was a young lady. Now, I don't know how old she is, but she doesn't look like an adult. And if she is, my apology, but she still looks young for that question to be asked. And then she even followed back up and said, well, it's just even weirder that you were on a plane, because he goes into this whole thing where he was on a plane and, that's the reason why and all this. So let's get into this. Let's get into this.
Bill Clinton and a lot of different, that was a humanitarian trip to Africa. And I met him on that trip because it was his plane. I didn't know who plane we was getting on, but it was a whole bunch of dignitary people. We was with a delegation. And yeah, I met him, and you don't know people, what they do in their private lives.
So I want to stop right there. The first thing he said, they named all these dignitarians, all these people, right? He's on there. He said he didn't even know who he was. Now you getting on somebody's plane and you claim you're going to go help a bunch of people that you don't know. So I just want y'all to hear this. Let's play this back.
And a lot of different, that was a humanitarian trip to Africa.
So first of all, a humanitarian trip to Africa. Why are they going to Africa? And what was the humanitarian trip? He could at least say it was a humanitarian trip towards this right here. We were going back because this place was impoverished or whatever it could have been. He didn't say that. He just said it was a humanitarian trip, like a vacay.
And I met him on that trip because it was his plane. I didn't know who plane we was getting on, but it was a whole.
So you met Epstein on the plane and you didn't know it was his plane. Again, you met him on his plane. How did you get to his plane? You telling me somebody said, hey, man, we going to Africa, bro. Oh, yeah, where we going? Man, we're going to leave out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to fly on my man's plane. Nobody told you, your security, nobody, you mean to tell me you worth a lot of money at that time that no one told you that you were on somebody's plane that you had no idea going to Africa. Really? Okay, let's keep going.
Bunch of dignitary people. We was with a delegation, and yeah, I met him, and you don't know people, what they do in their private lives.
So him saying he don't know what he do in his private life, he had to know him. He had to, or somebody had to know who he was, or what this guy was, because you got on a plane going to Africa. So I need somebody in the comments, you know what I'm saying? Once y'all watch this video, tell me, does that make sense? Again, not to be funny. I mean, like I said, he was at this time, gotta remember, he's blowing up at this time. Chris Tucker's blowing up, rush hour, all these things. So you just happened to on a humanitarian trip. And why didn't you say, you just said a lot of dignified people?
Yeah.
Tell me this.
And then did you see the reaction? Look at his face right there.
Yeah.
See? That's crazy, ain't it? Look at that. Look at the expression on his eyes. Look at that. That's crazy. Look at that. So the expression on his eyes tell it all. You never know anybody, you know what I'm saying? You knew who it was, almost like he gave him the clue. And it's just eerie that you got this little, I don't know if she's young, man, she just looked very young for those questions to be asked next to somebody. He looked like Levert dad is somebody. I don't know who that dude is. That's just very strange interview in itself. Let's keep going. It's very strange, though.
But you have to tell me this, Chris. You was on this private plane, and you could tell that it was a private plane because they called it, what is Lolita Express?
Oh yeah, it was.
See, oh yeah, it was a private plane. It was called a Lolita Express. All right. So you know what I'm saying? Let me see, because I don't know. Let me real fast. I want to know the meaning. Vladimir always used Lolita. Dressed as a conduit served to heaven filled protagonist. Okay, so the Lolita used to be a movie, right? And it moves to New England and writes under the pseudonym of Herbert. And it talks about Dolores Hayes, who he kidnaps in essays after becoming her stepfather. Oh man, so that's what the Lolita Express. So like basically like Stepfather Express or something. Is that I know it's a movie. Let's see. Precociously seductive. That's wild. So it's seductive, the seductive express. So that's why the guy said, man, it was called a Lolita. I did not know that. That's pretty interesting. Look at this little girl. Man, this is a weird interview. I don't understand why he got her sitting here with him like that. And this guy's down there. That's just weird.
Private plane, yes. Oh, yes.
But wait a minute. You didn't never go to that island, did you?
No.
Now look at his look. Look how he got it. Look at his face. His face almost started blushing. He almost started turning red on that. Just watch him.
I don't know where that thing at.
He don't know where that thing at. You went to Africa with Epstein. You know where his island at, bro. That ain't the first time you done kicked it with him. You got to remember now. No disrespect, but my man was with Mike. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Mike called him. I don't know why, y'all. And somebody also put in the comments, help me out. Mike called his nickname that he used to call Chris Tucker was Christmas. Now, I don't know why he came up with that nickname, called him Christmas. So I don't know. That's another weird. I don't understand that either. Look, he don't know what to say. Man said, "You sure you didn't go on that island? I don't know where that thing at." Look at him. Oh, look. Let's see it again.
You didn't never go to that island, did you?
No. I don't know where that thing.
Look at the little girl laugh. He laughing too. That ain't even funny. Like, I don't know. He don't seem like it's funny. It seemed like Chris Tucker got, he got very uncomfortable at that point.
Yeah. No.
See, looking like the dude down there looking like, and why would you ask him that? Yeah, that might be Levert's daddy. That's the daddy of Levert, it looked like. That's what that looked like.
I don't think. Hey.
See, and the young girl said, it's bad enough you got on the plane. That's what I'm saying. So listen to what his response is to this young girl.
We was going to Africa to save lives.
All right, speaking of the thing,
You see that? Look at that. They both laughed at it. Like, man, that's funny. We went over there to save lives. See, man, that's eerie, man. So, Chris, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to bring it to people's attention. Bro, you got some explaining to do. You was not going over there. And what life did you save? Do you have any pen pals? Or what money did you donate when you went over there? You know what I'm saying? You being a humanitarian. What was that whole trip about? And why was allegedly you were on this manifest and you're trying to respond back to say this is the reason why I only went one time on the plane with him. But you should have been came out and denounced that guy, but you never did. But then that's when your career blew up too at the same time. And you had that one movie where you wore the little pigtails, whatever you had, like on what was it, like Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh girl, the little balls on the side of your head, paws, and then you got all this makeup on and eyeliner. So, and then after that, you kind of went away and fell back from everything. So did you not want to play the game, or you had got too deep in it? You were scared to play the game. Something was going on. You had some involvement. You would have not have went to Africa. What did you do when you went to Africa? What did y'all dig a hole? Did y'all build a building? Man, I don't know what y'all did, bro. But you got to let it make sense, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, comment, subscribe, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with your boy to the next